Have you ever carried a burden that wasn't even yours, simply because you couldn't let go? A small action, seemingly wrong, reveals a great lesson about letting go and finding inner freedom. What weighs more, the action you take or the thoughts you hold on to about it? Once, in a quiet morning, two Buddhist monks, one a wise senior and the other a young disciple, were journeying together across mountains and rivers. Along their path, they arrived at a raging river, where a young woman stood anxiously, clearly distressed about how she would ever get across. The junior monk, strictly devoted to the monastic rules, walked right past her without a second glance. Following the precepts to the letter, especially the rule not to touch women, he crossed the river in silence. But the senior monk stepped forward with compassion in his eyes. Without hesitation, he gently picked the woman up, carried her across the river, placed her safely on the other side, gave a respectful bow, and walked on without another word. The journey continued, but a cloud of unease followed the younger monk. His expression grew heavy, his thoughts tangled. Eventually, he could no longer hold it in and asked, "Master, how could you do that? We're forbidden from touching women. You broke the rule." The senior monk stopped and looked at him calmly. Then, with a warm smile, he replied, "I set her down on the riverbank a long time ago. Why are you still carrying her?" That single line hit with the weight of 1,000 lessons. The senior monk had acted with compassion and clarity. Once the act was complete, he let it go. No guilt, no mental clinging, he had moved on. But the junior monk, although he hadn't touched the woman, was still holding her tightly in his mind, carrying judgment, confusion, and emotional weight. The burden wasn't in the action. It was in the attachment. This is how we live, isn't it? We don't always carry physical burdens, but emotional ones. We don't carry the past in our hands, but in our thoughts and hearts. A painful comment, a regretful decision, someone's mistake from long ago. These linger in us far longer than they need to. But here's the truth. The past only exists if we allow it to live in our mind. Ask yourself, what are you still carrying that should have been left behind long ago? Each time you think of it, that pain, that regret, that anger, you relive it. You suffer again. You reinforce the wound. You build a cycle of sorrow that you feed every day with your own thoughts. But you don't have to. Learn from the senior monk. Let it go. Forgive others. Forgive yourself. Look at the present, because that's where peace lives. That's where you can breathe again. When you let go of the past, you unlock the future. This is a story from GoldenBellDharma, where Buddhist and Zen tales help you uncover the truths within your soul. Have you been holding on to something you should have let go? Share your thoughts in the Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video if you found it meaningful.